Greetings, this is Michael W. Ford. Tonight I'm going to talk briefly about two topics. These are practical ones which no doubt will affect magicians and practitioners of the left-hand path and the various methods of practicing, be it witchcraft, sorcery, chaos magic, black magic, etc. The first is, and this came from a viewer, a subscriber who mentioned a common problem today is the difficulty of having a space to practice. Personally, I don't have a floor space large enough for a 9-foot circle, let alone an altar. Some people are living in vehicles here in the USA. Could you talk about these challenges? Well, one of the key things within that I present in my works in Luciferianism is the importance of the imagination and the unity of will, desire, belief. You find this in Apotheosis and other works, Bible the Adversary. This is a foundation wherein you must have total confidence within yourself, within your mind, to where when you invoke something, you can use your imagination to bring it to life, but you must believe without the total suspension of disbelief in those moments of invocation. Now, not having the space to have a circle or an altar, this is a common problem even if you travel and you're trying to keep prying eyes out of your practices in some cases, or if you go to the woods or a woods near a park, you don't want to bring a bunch of ceremonial supplies. This goes into the core concept of the circle. What is the circle? It is more or less symbolic of the extent of the self, the circumference of the self. That's why Leviathan or the Ouroboros is depicted as the outer aspect of the circle. It's the microcosm in which you are that living temple of the adversary. So whether you have a physical circle or a visualized imaginary one that you cast and focus upon, it doesn't matter. What matters is will, desire, belief. When the mind is disciplined and a very strong mind, you are able to compel the energies found within your magical workings towards your internal and external immediate goals. What I can tell you is to understand the symbolism and the meaning of what the circle represents. You can do this in, say, the work Necrominion, Egyptian Satanic Magic, which has a technique I learned from an early Luciferian Charles Pace, to the Bible the Adversary and Apotheosis, also Goetia Shadows. These methods of casting the circle are essential to understanding the symbolism and the meaning of which that encircles or ensorcels. The work Sabeti also is meaningful in that aspect. It goes back to the Sumerian and Babylonian, Chaldean methodology of the circle. When casting a circle without a physical object, you are to at least know your cardinal directions. Whichever circle casting method you use, utilize it and visualize it as if it is really there. That is the key. This type of, without having specific ritual tools, can be done, but you have to have complete confidence in yourself. Otherwise, have a small area that you can bring out ceremonial supplies for some, and if doing workings in the forests or fields or wherever it is, or you don't have the space, then do it without. The second part of this video, I want to quickly talk about ritual invocation and the aim of demonic invocation or invoking a deity. So to assume a deific mask or to wear a god form, this goes into the aim of the ritual itself. So ritual invocation's aim is for the identification of the magician, the Luciferian, and the deific masks, the deity, spirit, or demon. It's to harmonize with the nature of that spirit. So what are the attributes of that spirit? First, in invocation, you utilize a basic hymn or words of power describing aspects of this deific mask and producing a strong mental image. So prior to the invocation, you're going to know your aim, your goal, the attributes of this deific mask, this spirit, and your outlining goal of what you wish to attain concerning knowledge or how you're going to apply it later on. Something very simple. Now, in invoking, you will harmonize with the nature of the spirit in identification. So the symbolic form, a strong mental image where the attributes of the fallen angel, the demonic spirit, or the deity are enshrined, and they're found in the words of power, which are the words you're reciting and invoking concerning this deity. After that first aspect of the invocation, then identify the essence which is called upon and brought within your circle, within your temple of mind, body, and spirit. The essence is brought within, and you for a very intense moment become identified as one. The magician asserts his or her identity with this deific mask. The words uttered should speak to both the magician and the deity, the god form, so that in those moments your will is the deity or demon's will, and your victory, your success, your accomplishment is also to honor that power. There is no difference in those moments. And upon completing the ceremony, reaching the height of energy and focus, and then releasing that, directing that, you close the ceremony, finish the ceremony, and allow that force to leave you. Your true will, your daemon, the key part of Luciferian magic, the pinnacle of your work, the great work, is conversation and attainment of your daemon and gradual development over time. This is the mediator between those aspects. So I hope these two things, very simple, have provided some insight into some ground or foundational practices of Luciferian magic upon the left-hand path. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and promote this video as you see fit if it serves you well. Thank you. Bandama Araman.